Hi guys, today we will be focusing on our splits and exercises leading up to that type of stretch, and we will actually be going into some splits exercises at the end of this stretching flow. But let's get warmed up. So since it's a bit cold, I'll just make you run back and forth on your yoga mat. You can also run backwards, whatever works for you. Just make sure you keep moving and warm up a little bit. Take the arms with you or shake them out at the same time. I'm just going to do a mix of both of those. And bring the knees higher up. And then bring up the heels. And just twist from one foot into the other. Take your arms with you. Now we're jumping on both feet for this twist. And we want to alternate between the feet, bringing one of them forward, one back. Okay, and just do some small steps, just to come back. And we want to just stretch out the calves to begin with. I hope you're a bit warm. I know I am. Okay, other leg. Come out. Now hold onto your kitchen counter, wall, or whatever you have with you. We want to point the foot out in front of us, and we just want to lift it 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Remember not to turn your legs out at this point. Everything's parallel. Other leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the first leg up. We want to stretch out the upper leg now, the quad. Knees are together, by the way. And the other leg. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing to the back. Feet are still parallel together. Point the first leg out. You can bring your arm a little bit forward because you might need to give a bit of leeway with your body, but don't just nosedive into it. Like we still want to, you can move your upper body and your weight a little bit forward, but I don't want you to just flop over, okay? Let's do 10, and 1, 2, still parallel, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. foot. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring the feet together. We want to to stretch out the back side of our legs by just rolling down, trying to grab onto our legs wherever we can. If you can get your ankles, that's great. If not, just anywhere, wherever you can get your legs is good. And just pull your body to your legs and just hold, which can look something like this, or it can look something like this. There's various stages to the stretch, depending on where you are right now. Okay, put your hands on the floor. And we just want to bend our knees and stretch them a couple times. You might be coming up from the floor for this, depending on your level that you are at. You just want to bend and stretch. And stretch again. Bend. One more time. Stretch. And now we want to roll up slowly. Come to one end of your mat. We're just going to do a couple of lunges just to warm up the legs a little bit more, because we will need to be quite warmed up in order to be able to do certain exercises, splits. So let's do a couple of those. I think 10 alternating lunges sounds great. So let's do it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come to the front of your mat. We're going to do the same thing backwards. Let's do it. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake the legs out. Come back to the other end of your mat. And we're going to start with our stretching session. We are starting with, depending on which side you're starting on, the leg that is facing away from, for me, the camera, for you guys, the screen. So we're going to bring out the back leg, which for me is the right one right now. And we just want to go into this type of stretch, just easing into it. You can put your weight on your leg, but not on your knee. Absolutely do not put your weight on your knee. Just gonna hold there for a couple of seconds. You can also lay down your arm, your elbow into your knee, and you just want to hold there. Bring the knee down at the back. Release the toe. I need to bring out my front foot a little bit more because I don't want to overbend my knee here. So I'm gonna make sure my heel and knees are on top of each other or a bit further out. And we're just going to stay here for a few seconds as well. Okay, bring your hands down, and we want to push our body back until this foot in front comes up. Make sure you're bringing your upper body onto your leg, or you're trying tendency-wise to bring the body onto the leg and not just the head. So try to stay straight. We're going to ease into the stretch. And now once we're here, I want you to point and flex the front foot a couple of times. Okay, now we want to move forward again. Hold there for just a moment and come back. And we want to move back and forth between these two positions. Okay, tuck the toes under at the back, and we straighten the back leg 10 times. 2, your hips are allowed to come up in this position. If you can't fully stretch your knee, that's okay too. Just go as far as you can. If you can only just get up from the floor, that's good too. Where was I? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to hold in this position for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I want you to stretch the front leg, wiggle your back leg in a little bit, and just hold in this position. And we want to bring up the toes in front, and then the heel at the back. We'll shift our weight forwards and backwards. Okay, hold there for 5 more seconds or so. Bend the front knee, wiggle the back foot out, bring the knee down. We want to go to a split stretch. I don't think I can get into a full split in this type of weather more than anything, and also I don't think I'm entirely warm enough just yet, but we will just do it anyways. I'm going to put my feet off of the mat so I can actually slide, and I'm wearing socks. Everything is parallel. I don't want any of this to my ballet and dance people. I don't want any turnout on here. I know that's how we like to do it in ballet, but I want everything to stay facing parallel, the hips and the legs and the feet. And I want you to bring down your hands. I'm gonna tuck my my toes under at the back because it gives me a bit more stretch But from here, I want you to try and slide this front leg out slowly. And we're just going to hold however far we can go down. If this is too much, you can come out a little bit in between. I like to do that. Sometimes the stretch is quite intense on the hamstring, and then just ease back into it. Also, stretching for this, if you're new to this, can just look like being here and sliding out just a little bit, wherever is enough for you, okay? Slide in one more time and just hold. And slide yourself back in. Bring the knee under, and we just want to roll together into a little ball and just release the muscles. Come onto your feet. Stretch up and roll up. We're bringing out the other foot. Wiggle it out as much as you can. Maybe the back foot. We're starting everything with the other foot, did I say that? Now it's the foot that for me is facing the camera. For you it's the one that is facing your screen. And we're just going to hold. Which can also be here or can be further down, depending on how you're feeling today, on the weather, on how much you're actually stretching, or if you've been overstretching, then it might not go so well either. Depends on a lot of factors. Okay, put the knee down. We want to release the toes as well. I just need to come out of it for 1 second because it was quite intense. We want to come back into the stretch now with the knee down and just hold there. Okay, put your hands down and push your body weight backwards until the foot comes up in front. Remember, we want to try and bring, not quite parallel here, we want to try and bring our body to our leg, not just the head, okay? And try and come down with a straight back if possible. Once you're there in a position where you can comfortably hold it, you want to point and flex the front foot. down. We're going to slide our weight back forward and back. Moving back and forth between these two positions. Let's do one more. Now tuck your toes under, and we're going to try and stretch the back leg. You can come up with the hip a little bit. I do it that way. There is a different exercise where you don't do that, but for what we're doing now, that's okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the front leg. Jump, wiggle your back leg in. You're just going to try and bring both heels to the floor in this position. My right calf is quite tight. The muscle is not happy with me doing this position right now. And lift the toes in front. Lift the heel at the back. And we're just going to swing our body back and forth. You're just going to hold in this position for roughly 5 more seconds, something like that. And bend the front leg. We want to come back out. Knee comes down. Now we want to come into a split stretch. We are starting again from here. We are on this knee. This leg is coming on front. It should be the other one that you had earlier. Bring your hands down onto the mat. Remember, we're parallel. And then we try and to get off the mat to slide. But we're going to try and just slide this front foot forward as much as we can. You can be here, you can be somewhere here, here, wherever it is that you are feeling the stretch today. And just slide forward. And remember that whenever you feel like you need to come out of it a little bit, you can just push yourselves back up. Just going to hold a few more seconds. And just come back in. Oh, I'm losing my socks over here. Bring the foot back in with the other one. We just want to curl into a ball. And roll it slowly. And then we're done for today with our splits stretching session.